chance, man! Oh, hello, people. What a show that was, eh?
I mean, what is this?
What the heck? What is that?
It's Tom's water
It's Tommy Dillon's water bottle. So hi, it's the swift changeover.
Yeah.
From that, we've got a new Genesis champion, shall we?
We do. It happened.
Jacob Reed lost his title tonight.
Not gonna be a happy
Bishop.
bunny.
He wasn't happy. I've just seen him. He was not happy when he walked past us there.
Nope.
Ooh dear. And the crowd were unsympathetic to the fact that Jacob Reed just lost his Genesis title to Bishop without getting pinned. Has to be said.
They made an almighty noise out here, didn't
The
they?
crowd are good. We are loud. We are proud. We are UKW ready for Retribution. We've not got long to talk tonight, which
Not
is
long at all.
No, but we've got so much to talk about.
We do. We have an incredible amount to talk about today.
Can you see what I can see?
Oh.
Right in front of
Yes,
our face.
I can. I was like,
What's he on about?
I can. It's those two
Oh my
shiny
God.
UK Wrestling Tag Team belts suspended above our 20-foot ring. Probably about 15 feet.
It's got to be.
16, 17
It's got to be
feet
nearly
in the
20
air.
feet in the air. The two UK Wrestling Tag Team belts are up there, and they are up for grabs tonight. The only way to win is to retrieve them.
To get both of them down.
How excited are we for this? It's going to be ladders and anything else. Oh my God. NRG, Hamza Musawa and Momentum get their shot at the Persian Empire tonight. And they could do it. They could well be the next UKW Tag Team Champions.
I mean, I will be overjoyed if they do it.
There'll be no containing you.
No, I'm very,
my
very
God.
excited. These two guys have worked so hard
They
for
really
such a long
have.
time, and I think they about deserve this.
This is it. Hamza and Mo have had a breakout year, it has to be said.
They
Both
definitely
as
have, yeah.
singles competitors and as a tag team.
Yeah.
There's no more tag team deserving of this opportunity tonight to maybe become the tag team champions. But it's not going to be easy, because they have to dethrone Joe Sedgwick and Johan Hunt of the Persian Empire, who have been very dominant, very ruthless tag team champions. We know they have.
Yeah, very true. And I think as we're talking about stipulation matches tonight, there's a couple on the card.
There is a couple.
There's a street fight coming your way with the man that was just sat here, Mr. Tommy Dillon versus the Silencer.
He's had his problems with Damien Black the past couple of months. Damien Black's been in his head. He's been physically, mentally, verbally, everything.
Yeah.
And tonight, Tommy Dillon looks to get his revenge on the Silencer in a street fight, no less.
Street fight. So that means it could go anywhere in the building.
Yeah, it could go down the car park to Aldi for all we know.
Oh, I hope.
Literally on the street.
It's cold.
It's a bit wet and cold out there,
Cold
isn't
out
it?
there,
Yeah, don't go outside, guys. But yeah, that's the street fight. What else we got tonight? The UK Wrestling Women's Championship on the line. The dream ticket holder is cashing it in.
She is, and I'm going to keep saying, Kirsty Love was very, very kind in giving Leonie Rose 8 days' notice.
And usually when people cash contracts in, their opponent's in a vulnerable state. Kirsty Love, though, she was, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you fair warning.
That's very true, and that female dressing room downstairs is a bit busy today.
Is it?
It's
Why
a bit,
is that?
There's 6 females downstairs today. You've already seen the Rock Idol of the UK, Jenny Hayes.
Yes, I've seen her.
There is Leonie Rose, who kept herself to herself and is leading that title belt as tightly as she can.
Is she? She's not complaining about something?
She's not. She hasn't said a word to me today, actually, which she normally has something spiteful to say.
She's usually a bit
she didn't say anything.
narky. Yeah.
Kirsty Love was super quick getting changed. She was already dressed by the time I got here. So
she's ready.
She is ready to go.
She is more than ready. I'll tell you, I talked to her earlier.
She is indeed.
She's super ready.
Molly Spartan, who I
haven't seen her in a while.
Incredibly excited to see in the UK again.
And Molly Spartan is facing off against the other half of the Armada, who we saw last night on Showdown.
Yeah.
Shauna Reed.
Shauna Reed defeated Cayman Carlisle in our main event on our 1-year anniversary show.
Yeah.
A Friday night showdown.
We had bunting and everything, and
we
balloons.
did. I was half expecting to come in today and it still be up. And
No,
it's
it's
not, so I'm a little
gone.
bit
It was gone by the time I got in. I was here early today, and it was all gone by then.
That's sad.
Anyway, it was our 1-year anniversary, and the main event was Cayman Carlisle, like Shelby said, against Shauna Reed. It didn't quite work out because of the distraction and a belt to the face, courtesy of
A belt to the face.
Paul Hubris, who has been the Essential Television Champion for a few months. Tonight, it's a great segue into our main event for that Television Championship.
Sorry, that was a dummy.
The stakes are incredibly high. I mean, we think we're going to be high in the ladder match. They're going to be even higher for the UKW Television Championship, because if Cayman Carlisle does not defeat Paul Hubris for that title,
loses his 10-year career.
He's out of here.
He is out of here, and that's going to be really sad. And I think
nobody wants this.
Nobody wants it to happen.
Apart from Paul Hubris.
Apart from Paul Hubris.
Who never
and
wants to see him again.
Sean Reed is also on side, but yeah, I think it will be sad to see the backside of Cayman if that happens, and it will be. I was going to say euphoric to see him win back the
exactly.
TV Championship if that also happens. So it's interesting.
So interesting
to see what happens. But again, like, what if Cayman does win? What then happens to Paul Hubris? What's he going to do next?
No, we can't call him an essential champion if he isn't one. But we know what Hubris is capable of doing. We know he's capable of being underhanded. We know he's capable of breaking the rules. There is no count-outs during this match.
There is no count-outs.
So he can't run away.
Which was Cayman stipulated. He chose that. So
and Hubris agreed to it, so he can't run away.
I mean, he had to agree to it, didn't he? So Cayman could get beat up yesterday by Sean Reed.
Well, this is it. He got duped into that.
Yes.
So that's for the UKW Television Championship will be our main event tonight, but also the biggest prize in UKW, the UKW Championship, is going to be on the line. Now,
is it on the line twice?
I mean, I'm not sure, because JPR never agreed to facing Ian Creed.
That's right.
But Ian Creed is insistent that he wants to fight JPR in a strap match tonight. But JPR, as we know, has already got a scheduled match that was well agreed and done professionally against Cerebral Steve.
That's very true.
Later on. That is scheduled on the card. It's on my notes. That is going to happen.
Yep.
But the one with Ian Creed is not here. I don't know. If you ask Ian Creed, he wants the title. And he wants JPR. And JPR, as we know, wants absolutely nothing to do with Ian Creed, which I can fully understand.
As far away from him as possible.
Yeah.
I think he came out with that strap yesterday.
He did.
And it got it within 30 centimetres of my face, and I wanted nowhere near him, so...
That's young Horace. He wrapped it around Horace.
Didn't he?
It was a bit uncomfortable, as most things are that involve Ian Creed, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
That certainly was. So I'm not sure, but he's insistent he wants that match. Will he get his way? Who knows?
Who knows?
Absolutely no idea. There's so much on the way at Retribution tonight.
There is.
There's so much.
I think the only match we've not talked about is our first match this evening.
This was made last night. This is interesting. The Brotherhood came out here. They had their match last night with the Yorkshireers, which they won. And then after the match, they were like, well, we want revenge on the Persian Empire, but Joe and Johan are busy tomorrow, which they are. Why not have a match against two more members of the Persian Empire? And who did they call out, Shelby?
They chose head of the movement, Mr. Mustafa Khan.
That's great. Okay, wonderful.
And then Jonathan Sedgwick.
Jonathan Sedgwick, the owner and CEO.
And we've not seen, as Damon Crowe said yesterday, we've not seen Jonathan Sedgwick and Mustafa Khan tag with each other.
It's something I never thought I would see.
Since they were UK Wrestling Tag Champs a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Before the Persian Empire, this was.
I had red hair back then.
Did you? Oh my goodness. Gracious me.
So yeah, that was.
I probably had some hair back then. Yeah, so I mean, it's a forced tag team because Jonathan is still part of the Persian Empire, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
And last night, if you watch Friday Night Showdown when it's uploaded in a few days, you'll see that Jonathan was a reluctant part of a great big tag match on Showdown this week.
It was huge.
It was massive. There was barely any room for us to see what was happening. There was that many people in there.
There was no wiggle room.
There really wasn't. But the interesting thing was Jonathan was on the side of the Persian Empire.
He was.
So tonight
until the end.
It'll be interesting. Yes, exactly. It'll be interesting tonight to see if Jonathan and Mustafa Khan can actually exist as a cohesive unit. I mean, is that going to happen? I don't know. It
sort of feels a little bit like when your parents separate and they have to co-parent, and for the first couple of months it's really rough.
Yeah.
And you don't really know if you're coming or going. It feels a little bit like that. I feel a little bit uneasy that Dad might.
But hey, if they don't coexist, they won't win the match. It's quite simple.
That's very true.
The Brotherhood are there for revenge on the Persian Empire. I don't think at this point they really care which members of the Empire it will be.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me. It's not even late and I'm yawning, Brett.
Oh yeah. Oh
these
no.
lights.
You need to go and have a breather, which is what we're going to do soon.
We're going to have a match.
We are. We're going to have a match at the start of the show. It will start with that tag team match.
It will,
yes.
indeed.
I understand that will open the show at Retribution, and it'll only get better and bigger from there. And I'm just, honestly, I can't take my eyes off those tag team titles.
They're so glittery.
They're so shiny and glittery, but it's dangerous. You've got to climb up a ladder and retrieve them both. What are Hamza Masoa and Momentum willing to do to become tag team champions tonight? You know?
An awful lot, I will hope.
I think they're going to have to, because, you know, the Persian Empire have had an iron grip on those titles for the past few months. Whether we like what they've done or not, and most of us don't, they've held on to them. You know, and tonight it's going to take, I think, a gargantuan effort from Hamza and Mo to become UKW Tag Team Champions. But I've got a good feeling. You know, they've got, you know, the steam to borrow a line. They have the momentum at the minute.
They do.
They have had the better of the Persian Empire, but not when the belts are on the line.
Not when the belts are on the line.
Very interesting. And will we see the end of a career tonight? I hope not. Because I don't want to see the end of any career.
No, I think it's heartbreaking either way, isn't it? I think. Well, not either way. It's heartbreaking if he loses.
Heartbreaking if he loses.
We are willing him winning into existence, but we will see what happens.
We'll see. Cayman Carlisle and Paul Hubris fought the UK Wrestling Television Championship. Will be the main event of Retribution. And can JPR weather the storm of Cerebral Steve once again? And can he stay away from Ian Creed? So many questions. It's Retribution. It's on the way very soon. We're going to stretch our legs.
I'm not sure. I don't know if we have time to stretch our legs today.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah.
We've got 10
time
minutes
to stretch our legs, and we'll be back with Retribution in just about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
It's exciting. We'll see you then.
See ya.